Oh, 159.
Yeah,
159, my bad.
Yeah.
159.
I'm like,
good
why is
morning.
it going backwards?
Welcome to the RBD Equilibrium Podcast. This is episode 159.
Yes. What's up, y'all? Good morning.
What up? Coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. Let's
And
get right into it.
today,
We have a great topic.
go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
Set
Go
it
ahead,
off, man.
Yeah.
The NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament Championship game. Congrats to the LSU Tigers
Congrats to the LSU Tigers.
for a very great competitive game. But there was some controversy surrounding the game. LSU forward Angel Reese made a hand gesture popularized by wrestler John Cena.
Yeah, him and Tony Yayo.
Yeah, taping her ring finger while looking at Iowa State guard Caitlyn Clark.
Yes.
I'm sure everybody's seen it. She was walking around,
It's like,
ring.
homie, got that
You know what I'm
ring.
saying? And
what?
There's some people feeling like,
That was
not
classless.
classy.
It's like,
Her supporters, which I'm one, I feel like, man, that's part of sports, competitive sports. You talk a little trash talk. You go back and forth. It's not
You know
violent.
it,
It's not
David.
like you're fighting or scrapping. You know what I mean? You're just celebrating. You caught up in the moment. But see, the thing is, the people that are against her, they said the controversy is they started referring to her as a thug, saying she was classless, had no class. Like you were
Well, see, I feel like they blend in a whole lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Whole
Like
lot
they
of things.
doing so much. Like, first of all, yes, the argument can be made that she was taunting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, basketball is competitive. All sports are competitive. You can make the argument she's taunting. You know what I'm saying?
wait a minute. Did she do this
Walking
after
around.
they won?
This was after she won, and she was following around, doing this and doing that. Don't get me wrong. That can't be considered taunting, and I don't think that's the same thing as what Caitlyn
Shima.
Clark did.
she did.
She did, but within
just like
within
this.
context, it's different when you walking off the court in the game with your teammates high-fiving on the way to on the bench, and you do a little something, opposed to when we win the game, I'm gonna go to the opponent and follow you around. That's gonna be more of an issue.
Now, I
see
agree.
You got a point. You got a point.
Like, if I hit a
You're not
home
supposed
run-
to do that.
Right.
You know,
It's like if I hit a home run and I run by you in the dugout.
Like,
let's
yeah,
go.
what's up?
Opposed to going to the other dugout after the game over. That's not classy.
But
And I think
I
we're
don't
blending
know,
the
man.
whole thing with the narrative. They always can do something and get away with it, but we can't. That's true. They do get to do a lot of things
I agree.
that we can't do without being scrutinized, but
Right.
that doesn't fit this situation to me. This is taunting compared to a person that was doing something with her own squad.
So when you're saying when the other person did this, that wasn't saying you can't see me?
Because the context is different. If you on the
All right,
sideline, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
pretty much what you're saying is the chick from Iowa, she was doing this.
Your teammates, the bench players come out, yeah, come on, y'all, and they clap. Is over. I'm gonna go to an opponent and follow her around going like this. I feel like we're trying to make this that other situation, and it's not that.
Okay.
It's really not that. Now, it is true that they get to do a lot of things that doesn't get scrutinized that we do.
Right.
But this isn't that. This is taunting. You are following her around, trying to show her, which is cool too. I mean,
I was about to say it's
Yeah, I'm
you know,
for
like
taunting.
it's taunting,
Right,
but to put the other narrative on it is
I'm
too
not
much.
feeling that.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's the problem. I'm for taunting.
Yeah,
I'm like, taunting,
I am too.
taunting is part of the sport.
But don't blend it with the whole, when they do it, is never a problem. But no, that's totally different. Because if a white girl did that same thing, it'd be taunting.
Cause y'all got
It'll be
y'all
taunting,
got-
but that'll just be it.
It'd just be it.
You know, it won't be.
It wouldn't have been classy either, though.
Yeah, you know, like
Cause I feel like you have a great point with you're not in somebody's space, because that does escalate things. Like you're not staring somebody down the side of their head, like
Yeah.
bam, 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 looking at you.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's the same gesture, and I feel like just because let's say you are taunting, call it what it is. I think the narrative that now that makes you like not a classy person, or you like a thug or something,
Right.
that's a little bit different.
I think they got now.
Well, I will say this. Number one, they said that Angel Reese
We'll have
did the
to block
gesture
Clint.
late in the fourth quarter, so the game wasn't over yet. Basically, they were ahead of the Iowa State. They were getting ready to win. I mean, I know, some people say, okay, how do you know you're going to win? All this kind of stuff, whatever. But they were ahead pretty much, and then they ended up beating them by, 17 points? You know what I mean? So I do feel like as far as sportsmanship, okay, I totally agree with the before and after. And, even I don't even agree with people not shaking people's
Right.
hands. But I feel like if you can't play sports and you can't, have that just rival spirit and just
Right.
basically the same emotional roller coaster that you go on when you're doing so many other things, whether it's working out, whether it's going to go enjoy whatever thing that you do or whatever activity, why can't these people do it? And then the thing is, these are young women. This is the thing that I don't understand. Why are we held to a double standard when it comes to as far as a woman? You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
whole nother great point.
That's another argument, because if a
why are
man
we
did
held-
it, Pat
It would be
Bev could have
nothing.
did that.
Exactly.
And it
So
been-
why
I
are
was
we
just about
held to
that. Hey,
a
that's
double
why I was
standard?
feeling your heat, because I was just about to go there with you. I said, man,
Yeah.
y'all got Pat Bev.
Why are we
Now-
held to a double standard when it comes to even celebrating?
Because y'all not
the
acting like a
celebratory?
lady.
Yes, and that's that.
That's what it is.
So listen.
BS.
So we have a couple of comments. Brian Damon says he has no problem with the gesture. It's sports, but Lynden is right. Angel taunted Caitlyn specifically as a response to everything the media said, which is weird. And then Clint said, no, she taunted her because I guess Caitlyn taunted everybody.
Her previous
Her
opponent.
previous-
But that don't have nothing to do with you. See, this to me, there's an underlying issue here.
This is the
It's-
thing.
yeah.
They said that Caitlyn Clark did this 2 games prior.
Right.
2 games prior to
Right.
playing Angel. Okay. Now my thing is this: nobody said anything. They didn't name call her. They actually congratulated her because she played. She played like a hell of a season.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Now the second thing is, do you go and retaliate? Do you have retaliation type of behavior? You know what I mean? Caitlyn Clark said that she didn't really know that she was doing that towards her. She didn't have
Right.
any idea that she was doing something because she did it, And that's another thing. But I feel like it even shows Angel's point even more, because if she does something that nobody else even noticed, you know what I mean? But they specifically, now the spotlight is on her. They're not even talking about her win more than they're talking about the hand
I'm gonna be
gesture.
honest with you.
know?
I think the real issue, what was really going on, in my opinion, that we're not talking about is this is a young black woman that's been getting hated on all season because of her blackness.
Despite
what
her
I'm saying?
triumphs.
And
That's my point.
This is what's really going on. So this was the perfect time, because you already know they wanted Little Miss White America to do her thing. And I love Caitlyn Clark. She got game, but that is the Miss America for them. You feel me?
Yeah.
And she lost. And it was the perfect time for me. I think it might have been maybe a little race issue there.
Well, that's why a lot of
like-
the commenters were basically saying that people weren't even involved as far as a culture anymore in watching college basketball until
Right.
these 2 rivals came on the court or whatever and blew up this whole season.
And it's
you know what I mean?
It's like that in boxing,
Yeah.
Larry Bird versus,
Yeah.
Magic. It's all
But to
Classless.
Shonda's point right there, so what?
Right.
Like at
No,
the
I,
end of the
I
day,
agree with
Fact,
this.
Shonda.
Like, they won.
Man.
Let's go. You going to the WNBA?
man,
You
because
gonna keep it going.
I've been on both sides of that in little recreational
Somebody
leagues. They
do this
nothing
to
crazy.
you, man?
But I done
Somebody
been
hit
this
you?
person that Caitlyn Clark on the sideline. I done been the person winning. Like, yeah,
Right,
we whooped
exactly.
you.
And I do
You
feel
lost.
like this,
You was
I
on
think
my
that-
nerves last week. I ain't never even played you before, but I wasn't feeling your energy.
Right, and I
Because you
feel
think
like
you
at
nice.
every point,
Yeah.
We won.
Yeah.
media does take the opportunity to basically pit one against the other, and that's really getting tired. The narrative is getting tired because it's we don't need any more prejudice and people feeling like it's like some kind of racial prejudice when it comes to this type of stuff.
And mind
whatever.
you, I only had that disposition on that because we're analyzing this, and we breaking it down if we had to pick a side. But real talk, man, that's all fair.
Now let's talk about this participation awards, because now they're saying that Jill Biden was basically biased in her inviting Iowa State also because they played so well to the White House. It's like, come on now.
Wait, what?
I don't know if I'm exactly.
Oh no,
Facts, Damon.
Come on, man. Yeah, I like what Damon said.
Yeah.
But so Iowa gets to go because they played a good game.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on, man. Come on, man.
Jerry West got the MVP. He lost.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they give out those trophies, man. But the bottom line is, before any of this, you got to say congratulations.
Congratulations to them LSU Tigers.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the LSU Tigers.
Yep.
Exactly. Baton Rouge, turn up.
Hello. Yes. Moving on. All right, we got the Vatican has repudiated the doctrine of discovery, which was used to justify colonialism all over the globe. So basically, that law enabled the Vatican to pretty much say any territory that was occupied by non-Christians could be taken over by the Pope in the Vatican. And now they're saying,
that's sweet.
Now they're saying, you know what, that was wrong.
Yeah. You think?
Oh, they want to say I'm sorry now?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Now they're saying that was wrong. But the question is, it's like, does the Vatican's making that statement, it doesn't really have an effect on the fact that you still took over the land. So people are saying, like, take the legal step and give the land back to the indigenous people, because this is lip service.
They're not giving it back.
So they still haven't given the land back. They just
they just saying, my bad, dog.
We shouldn't have did that, and that's not. They're saying that's not in line with the biblical Christian values.
That almost sound like how they treat us.
Yeah, so it's like, hey man, you gotta really understand just because somebody says something, because a lot of people are like, yo, this is crazy, and it is important because a lot of cases use this doctrine, but people. To undo that, I don't see it meaning the difference for people. It's just kind of like, we sorry?
Yeah, just like, give us the land.
It's kind of like reparations.
Exactly. I wasn't trying to go there.
But what G is saying is just pretty much like, oh, yeah, we're sorry. Like that's not enough.
Because you got people calling on it. They like protesting and saying, look, that's cool. Always taking steps.
I'm giving this to all right.
We're seeing the doctrine. Look.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we got to move on, though.
What's this? 2 women.
Oh, this is crazy, man. Go ahead.
Went to an Italian restaurant in Los Angeles.
Their health care.
Yes.
Right, and putting it on the tab like just gratuity. And it straight said healthcare. Right on the they went live on the TikTok. The restaurant was in Sherman Oaks. It was an Italian restaurant. And they looked at the bill and they each got like $4 and some change.
Right next to the gratuity.
And it straight up said healthcare.
Yeah, and I would have wrote the number to the Medi-Cal office right there on that receipt.
So the question is like,
that.
But I feel like this is wrong because now you making me as a consumer associate this with the customer, when it's like, man, just raise your prices. If you're a business and you basically saying like, just raise your prices, because I don't want to associate everything itemized like, oh, this is for the janitors. I don't need to see the accounting, books and everything.
Can you ask me like what's
I ain't going there.
Look, to me, it's misleading.
You probably know where it's at.
I have. This is my first time hearing about it.
Look, that's like us, right? We raise the prices on our haircuts or something, right?
But
look, we don't tell you we raise the price on the haircut. At the end of the cut, we be like, oh, it's okay, the cut plus the plus the healthcare
GBR.
fee. Plus we got the parking lot cleaning fee. Plus, you know, I got them new Clippers now. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all pay for the new Clippers.
Clippers ain't gonna pay for themselves now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wow, that
you,
is crazy.
You just passing the buck on to everybody, but you're instead of just raising your prices, which normal businesses do, now you want them to show me, and it makes me. Because basically what they're doing, they're not telling you they're raising their prices, but they're raising their prices.
Yeah, that's
Right.
all it is.
Like that meal is not what they say in the menu. It's $5 more, bro.
I want to know which healthcare. What y'all getting? Blue Cross,
I know.
Blue
I
Shield.
know. It makes
I
you
know
wanna
you're gonna
ask
tell me all
Kaiser.
that.
Oh, which one you get? What package you get? Like,
Now, can I come in and since I'm paying for your health care, can I ask how's your health?
Right.
Are you going to, you know, is this mental also? Can you go see a therapist? You know, like,
So-
what's up? You know,
so how would you feel if you didn't have no insurance as a customer? No insurance going there.
I didn't even think about that. I
You didn't
got
have
the
no
Obamacare.
insurance going there. And
Hey,
this
man,
comes with your bill.
I got the $2,500 deductible.
because I know how much I'm paying for health care, and it's expensive.
It's
You know,
expensive.
it's
expensive.
expensive.
Went super viral, and that people started sharing that other places are doing this too, not just, you know, this one restaurant. It's like becoming a trend because businesses are realizing, oh, we can keep our prices the same, but we can show people and itemize why this shit gonna cost.
Oh, so they're trying to have transparency.
Yeah.
No, stop.
Now,
not good for business.
I'm not mad at anybody getting their bag, but fair is fair, y'all. And money, look, y'all need to share y'all profits a little more. Like, I'm not mad at nobody getting their money, but you need to share your profits a little more so then your employees ain't got to, you know, you ain't got to make your employees do these creative ways of making money for y'all. This is not cool.
Damon brought up a great point in the chat. He said it doesn't even say healthcare; it just says employee health. So he was like, "Is this fund to pay the sick time or other stuff? Like, what is it for?" But they did say it's for healthcare. You know, it's for paying the employees healthcare. So just look out for that when you go out to eat and you're looking at your bill.
Hit that like button, y'all. You
Yes.
listen to the Art Beauty
Yes.
Equilibrium podcast.
What's up, Professor AG? She says employee health care is part of their business. Care of.
We all
Not us.
gotta pay. That's like egg fee. You know, eggs went up.
Yeah. So if you go,
You know what I'm saying?
so if you go apply for a loan right now, what you gonna put down for the healthcare budget then? You didn't pay for that.
Exactly.
You putting what's in the budget? What got collected?
Yeah, but they gon'
No, but here's the misconception. You're still giving them the same amount of money you would have gave them anyway. The thing is, they're not just telling you our. That's what makes it a little deceptive to me because all businesses deal with healthcare crisis and trying to afford all rising costs. When fuel goes up, when eggs go up, whatever it is, you got to just, you know, suck it up.
And how is
It's a
this
business.
divvied up? Is it relative to the employee? The number of employees? Like, what if somebody quits? Does your
LA County's COVID eviction protections have expired, y'all. So this means any tenant who fails to pay rent from this moment on, you'll face evictions. You know, that day has come where previously, because we were in a state of emergency and it was that emergency funding was available, you could get behind on your rent if it was due to, a byproduct of the whole pandemic. If you couldn't work or you got COVID, etc.
And I think that's that back pay. If you owe that back pay too, you better. I think
now that's all over with. So they said right now that 246,000 tenants in LA are already behind in rent.
Well, I mean, how many?
246,000.
that quick?
They were already behind. Now the protection's just not there. So previously, those people couldn't be evicted. Wow. So they said they're expecting the homeless shelters and food banks and everybody that's there to support people that are, hard times are expecting to just surge right now. Because now, for the last, this has been going on for 3 years now? Mm-hmm. For For the last
gonna
3
be hard
years,
I'm
it
sorry,
was
it's
kind
gonna
of
be hard
hard
getting
to
these people
evict
out.
people.
I'm sorry.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, you just took the words. It's gonna be hard getting these people out the house. They're gonna be like, I'm not moving. I'm not going nowhere.
It's about to get wild.
I will say this. I don't know how this will add to the situation that's already a issue with LA County and homelessness, but shelters where? Because where do you go right now if you're already homeless? They have shortages of and these are more than likely all kinds of families. So we're talking about children, you know. It's just, I don't know. And I'm not saying as a landlord, you know, because you deserve your money, you deserve your payout too. Because how are you paying your bills if people aren't paying their bills? That means that you're not getting no money.
That's funny you say, you know, you brought up the kids. Like, yeah, that's about to hit different. I haven't seen a kid homeless. I haven't seen a homeless child.
They're there.
I don't be seeing them. You know, you don't see them like that.
Yeah.
You start seeing that.
Hopefully, you know, they're able to get into a shelter or something. But there are homeless. I just was reading when I was reading about this article. There are like a lot of kids are part of the families.
A lot of these shelters don't even have guaranteed beds. It's hard for people to even get a bed at times. When it was raining, for instance, they had to basically open up places that they didn't. As you know, LA County had like all the storm, you know, the storm surge for the past few months. But a lot of the homeless people, they had to open up new places for them and open up places that were even vacant, you know, and also pay hotel owners and motel owners to house people if they weren't already.
I remember that happening,
because of the rain. So if you evict 246,000 people, where do you place those people?
Right.
There are.
And how do the people get the money? Is there any recovery? Do you ever recover from that? Come on now.
But there is support now. They are free. They're offering free legal counsel for people that's behind their rent, and they have some things in place to try to at least support. But it's gonna be a.
But they need some money. I mean, this is based. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the programs that are created to help these people get jobs? You know, some type of income. You know, like.
Yeah, and D1 has a great point. He said a lot of the shelters aren't a good environment for most kids anyway.
No, it's not.
So we're going to have a lot of people living together.
Yeah.
A lot of people in one house.
Yeah, we're going to be shacking back up
Yep.
again. Family's going to be familying. Ridley-Thomas of Los Angeles was found guilty of 7 felonies. Woo!
I read about yeah.
Oh, he going to jail.
That's the brother, ain't it?
Yeah.
This is you talking about last week, Shima?
Yeah, so
my brother was eating.
He looks smooth too. Look at him. Look at that taper.
That boy was eating.
He was cutting backdoor deals with SC. He promised to funnel a lot of money to them in tax funded projects and contracts in exchange for letting his son get that scholarship to SC and also work at SC.
No, man.
Hey, SC is so sought after. Have you noticed how many stories we've been covering attached to SC?
Yes,
not that they themselves are doing anything
but
crazy,
it's just something always going on.
People want to go to SC so bad that they are willing to. You want to go to SC so bad, you're willing to just break all the laws. So this is unfortunately, man. This is
that's unfortunate.
I hate to see that, man. That's like, woo.
Man, he had what's it say, including bribery and fraud after promising to funnel millions in government dollars. So you're right, G.
So
University of Southern
question
California in
is,
exchange for benefits for his son.
I want to ask everybody in the chat room and y'all, how, because we see this all the time with schools like SC and SC themselves and also politics in general. How can you keep corruption out of politics and this nepotism with schools? Because even when you know this too, when you try to get your kid in a great school, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. We talking about even public schools.
You're not gonna ever stop that, bro.
It's difficult.
That ain't going nowhere
Gotta
no time
be a way,
soon.
Man. I'm talking about if you want to take your kid to the next city over and say, you know what, this school is too violent, there's too much gang bang going on over here. They don't have this resource, that resource. It is difficult.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people find themselves in positions you want to do things for your kid. You
Man,
know, period. And I'm not saying that that's on a. I'm just looking at the bigger picture, which is like it's corruption. You know what I'm saying? In schools, and it's also corruption in politics. And it's like it just seemed like they go hand in hand for so long. Like, can this be fixed? Can this be corrected?
Not under the govern.
I mean, I will say this.
I mean, it's all
this
about-
case was far-reaching. They did also arrest 2 affiliate developers in Beverly Hills who he was associated with. He's not the only person who went down. This is like, of course, you know, but I feel like.
And somebody at SC got arrested.
Exactly. So now when you're talking about like basically like robbing from the people, you're talking about robbing from the people. And you're supposed to be Where did you get this from? What programs did you cut? What backdoor?
That's a great point.
That is a great
deals
point.
did you cut
You had to do
get
something
this
to
done?
get this. Exactly,
You know?
Shima, you're right. Shima,
At some point, where are you getting? That's a
Right,
great point.
exactly.
All your deals in the past now. We got to see. Was that on the up and up? What else
And
have you?
then I
You
will
know what I'm
say
saying?
this.
What else did you?
I wanna
Hey,
say
facts,
this.
G, because
What
this
else
ain't
did
just
you
this ain't
promise?
the only one.
Right,
This
right.
ain't the only one.
No, this ain't the only.
Because
You just
when
don't
you
start
go,
off
when you
with
went
the
to
big
any
one like
park
this.
in LA County, the pool, Mark Ridley-Thomas' name was right there.
That boy probably been
Name
funneling
on
money to elementary
list of board of
schools and all of that.
supervisors. So I just feel like it's really telling because, like you said, Parks and Recreation, social services departments. It's like so many things, and then when you see closures and you saw these things that were like negatively affected through the years,
Right.
was that because the funding was cut to
And
pay?
then you know what
You know,
else?
something
though?
else?
You got to think it's probably somebody out there funneling for reasons that they deem like morally just too. Like, what if you funneling to help schools? You know what I'm saying? What if you funneling? It's like once you open that it's like Pandora's box. Once you open that up,
It's open.
It's just open. So now anybody can, and we know this goes on, but it's like, hey man, we gotta figure this out because that's what we pay for.
Does politics exist without backdoor deals?
No,
No, and
Is that
that's
fair?
no, absolutely not. This is structure. It's all structured around. No,
Really?
man.
Not without no backdoor deals.
Look, if we have honest politicians,
not getting caught. You know, like, hey, you like you said, hey, when you went to that school, whose address did you use? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It's like,
yeah.
facts.
It's
Because
like,
I mean,
that's what happens. We got one more topic we got to hurry and cover though. We got to move on. NASA and Canada Space Agencies announced 4 crew members for its first moon mission in over 50 years. They're going back. We are going back to the moon.
my question is, what took so long? What
Here you
took
go.
so long?
They lied to
50
us.
years?
What took so long?
I want to say this:
You-
the first.
The first iPhone had more technology than the spaceship that so-called went to the space and to the moon. What took so long? We didn't go. That's what it is.
Maybe the weather wasn't.
All cap.
just-
Cap.
just-
Cap.
First, we have Mission Specialist 1, Christina Koch, the first woman to go to the moon, the first person of color to go to the
Man, she
on the
is
lunar
on
mission.
Hollywood Boulevard. That's
Pilot
what I'm saying.
Victor.
You know when they take you on that tour at Universal, when they drive you around the whole
And
set.
the first Canadian. See, I'm still trying to get the information to y'all through the ignorance.
She right next. She next to Back to the
He
Future.
said the first-
right there.
Jeremy Hansen,
Idris
first
Elba
Canadian.
will be going to the moon. Hey man, that's crazy.
Oh man,
Hey.
that was our time.
That's crazy. We never went.
Nah,
I don't know. I don't think.
Hey, what's that Bruce Willis movie when it was like that? What's it Armageddon?
They filmed the whole thing in the back lot. The rest of AG said. Bruce Willis.